Hey, first graders, happy Friday. This week and last week, we've been talking about lots of strategies for writing independently at home. Let's review some of these strategies here today. Sharing my screen. Okay. Writers problem solve on their own. Here's a picture of two writers from my class back in September. You've been working so hard in the classroom this year to become independent writers. You've learned how to plan your pieces, draft your pieces, revise, edit, and publish. This same work we did in the classroom, you can do at home. Let's look over some strategies for doing this work at home. Wait, Rashid? What are you doing here, Rashid? Well, I guess we should play the video and see what he has to say.
It's hard to write at home. I keep getting distracted. This didn't happen at school. Can you help me out?
What do you think? Can we help Rashid out? We're experts at writing at home now. Let's help him out.
I don't know what to write about.
What can you do at home when you don't know what to write about? What are some things we've talked about? When you don't know what to write about, you can check your planning sheets. At the beginning of the unit, we came up with a list of problems that kids face. And you made a list like this at home. If you can't think of anything to write about in your piece, check your planning page. You can also check a chart. When you're not sure what to write about in the classroom, kids always check the charts to see what to do. Last week, you might have made some charts at home. You can check those charts if you don't know what to write about. Or you can check the charts like this one that we've put in the PowerPoint, in the Google Slides, and on the Weebly site. If you're not sure what to write about, you can also revise a piece from the day before. If you're sitting there thinking, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to write about, don't just sit there. Take out a piece that you wrote yesterday and see how you can revise it. Can you make your characters talk? Can you add tiny movements? Can you give them feelings? Can you show what the characters are thinking? Remember, writers are never done. There's always something else you can add to a piece. Oh, Rashid again?
I need some help spelling these words.
What can we tell Rashid to help him spell words on his own? What do you do when you don't know how to spell a word? Well, you can check the strategies for solving words chart. We learned about this on Monday. You can also check your word wall. You should always have a word wall next to you when you're spelling to make sure you're spelling your snap words correctly. You could also look inside a book you have in the house. Maybe you're trying really hard to spell a word and you're thinking to yourself, wait, I was just reading this Mr. Putter and Tabby book and that word was in the book. Maybe you want to go back to that book and check the word. These are all strategies you can do when you don't know how to spell a word, right? You can say it, slide it, hear the word and write it. You can use snap words in the word to help you. You can listen for little words inside the big word, right? Like in winter, you hear the word in inside the word. You can use word parts you know, like art can help you spell the word smart. You can write it part by part, croc, crocodile. Or you can listen for the claps and count the syllables in words, right? Like earlier this week, we clapped out banana, banana, to help us spell it. How do you draw that? What can you do if you don't know how to draw something when you're writing? Whenever I don't know how to draw something, I think about what shapes make up the picture. Like, you see this dog that I drew? When I was drawing it, I thought about the shapes that make up the dog's body. Like his body over here is a big circle, and his legs are these smaller ovals. His head is another circle, his ear is another oval, and his tail is a line. When I think about the picture and break it down into shapes, it seems much easier to draw something. Sometimes when you draw, you just have to be brave and take a risk. You need to think to yourself, I can do it. I can draw that. Remember, everybody, you do not need to finish a booklet every day. In the classroom, kids write independently for about 20 to 25 minutes, okay? Sometimes only 20 minutes. Now, during this time, your kid might not finish a book every day, and that's okay. Writing workshop is more than just drafting. Kids can independently move through the writing process. You could spend your independent writing time drafting, revising, and editing. Planning, drafting, revising, and editing. So let's say that you are a first grader and you spend your 20 minutes of writing, you're planning a new piece, and then you only have time to draft 1 or 2 pages. That's okay. Maybe you spend your whole writing time revising, and you have so many more characters talking now and so many more characters having feelings. That's okay. Okay, everybody, I hope you now have so many new strategies for writing at home. You could be an independent writer everywhere you go. Off you go, start writing.